So first, need to answer the question for yourself. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing meditation? Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, just to be more in the moment for that particular reason. Become less reactive to situations where I can't control.
All right.
Family main in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them could arise certain issues around me.
Mm-hmm.
Make me react around me. So I become more mindful.
But it sounds like you are here to become more peaceful. There is some ideas that peace is very important. Yeah? And that's why while you're practicing, you're looking for it. And while you're looking for it and don't get it, you became peace off. Yes? And as more you want, you remember the pendulum, yeah? As more you want, as more anger you have. More anger you have, more you want. And that start begin. All right? So find your desire to have a peace. Find this desire and absorb it. Just be with it. Just like, that's what it is. That's what it is. Try to find this anger towards the current state of mind, current body and mind situation. Just like this one is not right. I want to get rid of it. Find this one. These two things, only these two things will lift you to the next level. Because you know how to observe anger, you know how to observe thoughts, you know how to observe body, yeah? But your attitudes towards this observation, this is something new for you that can lift up your practice to the next level. All right? Yes, please.
I have a question about specifically this point.
Yes.
So yesterday during class, you mentioned, yes, if you notice that a phenomenon tries to persist, often it's because there's an attitude towards it that you have that you might not notice. So in the past 24 hours, I've been trying to do that, but actually I've found that my meditation is gotten deteriorated. I find that maybe it's the act of searching or looking for the attitude is maybe it's itself a bit distracting, or it's as if it is trying to find something.
Exactly.
The expectation of finding something.
Exactly. That is a good discovery. It's a good discovery. We don't need to search for it.
Yeah.
It appears by itself, and when it appears, you just need to notice it.
So sometimes I notice that a phenomenon will stay, or it will go away and it will pop back up, and it will go away and pop back up. So that's the trigger, the signal, or the flag to look for the attitude. But if I can't find the attitude, then do I just continue? I know you say just wait for it to pop up by itself. Does that mean?
Can you give example? Would be easier to talk.
Can I have 5 minutes? I'll come back.
offline. Yeah. Yes. So actually, if there is something pleasant that appears, any object that is pleasant, whatever you towards whatever you have a pleasant sensations, yeah, there is automatic clinging to it. So, for example, some pleasant thoughts about the future, let's say, yeah, and if these thoughts appears again and again, yeah, so it means something. And it's like, okay, looks like I cling to it. Where is this clinging? Oh, you redirect your attention. Or let's say like a pain, and this pain appears and you constantly, like I don't like it, trying to kind of like get rid of this pain, and like at some moment it's disappearing. Oh, finally, God, thanks God for this. So probably you are pushing too hard the way it is. So you just need to find out that something that your mind constantly jump into, there is something there.
Yeah.
Because all objects that we observe, they're basically the same in terms of they just appear, disappear, you know, they're not self. So why we stay with one object and don't want to stay with other? It means we have some kind of an attitude towards them. Yeah. And this is kind of a sign for you to check it.
Yeah. Okay, I have quite a few examples. So
I was just giving you a time.
Sorry?
I was just giving you a time, you know. Just fill up the time, you know.
Yeah, so I wasn't present the whole time. I don't know what you said. I was thinking.
Yes, please.
So a negative sort of a movie that appears in my brain all the time. Certain experiences I've had with my parents, which I've had, and sometimes things that they've said to me that make me very angry, or so I'll observe it and I'll observe the feeling. I'll observe the that it's positive or negative. Sometimes it'll go away, but maybe just I don't know, a very short time after it'll come back, and then this is a signal to check my attitude.
First,
right?
You want it to go away, yes? It's clear.
That's the attitude, right?
Yeah, this is clear.
I try to observe that. Yeah, I don't like this.
Yes, and you're kind of like expecting, you know, like when it disappears. When it disappears, okay, it's good meditation. When it's here, it's kind of like not quite good. Yeah, this is it. You know, the point about this attitude, we're just not familiar with that. As soon as you became familiar with it, like, okay, got it. What it means. You know, the same with mind, you know, like how to absorb the mind. If you don't know what mind is, you know? Do you know that you have a mind? Yes. Yeah? But where is it? It doesn't have a taste, it doesn't have a smell, it doesn't have a shape, you know? How can we know that there is a mind? We know the mind by its action, by its functions. Yeah? For example, pay attention to your palms, to your hands, yeah? And then move your attention to your face and to your feet. Yeah? So the sensation, you know, you observe the sensation, and this like a mind moves from one place to another. And this movement of mind, you know, this is the mind work. And when you observe it, you observe the mind. That's how we observe the mind. We observe the function that mind does. So, yes, please.
So it's actually not about disappearing and
No.
just
No. Disappearing is just a nature. If you're trying to look for disappearance, you will exhaust yourself.
Yeah.
You will exhaust yourself or go crazy. I just, you know, saw people, you know, there was like looking for this disappearance, and, you know, they just concentrated on it, like a full power. And, you know, sometimes they can. And like, okay, everything like disappear, and they just meditating 1 week, another week, you know. And what? What do you know? Nothing, but it's so nice, you know, so cool, you know, I'm reaching my goal. Yes.
Is there a difference between like acknowledging the attitude and something else and observing the attitude?
It's the same.
Like
Acknowledging,
observing.
observing.
Okay, it's like it's the same, like observing attitude.
Yeah, you see, like when we dislike something, it's like kind of like, okay, you have already some kind of an anger appears, yeah. And when you have this object that you kind of like want to remove it, you know, this is the attitude. Because if there is just an anger and you just observe the anger, okay, it's not a problem. But if you want to remove the anger, it became a problem.
Okay.
Mhm.
How's the Pali origin actually? Is it really just anger, like getting angry, or is it also sadness and
You see, in the word anger means not just a rage. It's a range of anger, from like a little annoyance of a mosquito to the range when people are ready to kill each other. This is anger. Because in our languages, anger has this like a strong negative connotation, only like extreme anger, but actually it's just like a slight annoyance.
because I have dislike, but I'm actually not an angry person, and I don't have angriness so often.
This is just like a slower range of anger. Yes, because like even like $1 we call money, yeah. Even if you cannot buy anything for this, yeah, it's still money. Yes.
So you talked about the disappearing of nature, right?
Yes.
And yesterday when I was meditating, I feel like I finally got it. I was like, it's disappearing.
All right. Good.
But then I think I would, like, if it keeps happening, then I think I would probably develop an attachment to this disappearing, right? Because I like a quiet mind.
All right.
I like not being pulled by thoughts. How do you remind yourself that?
All right. You notice that there is a liking. You are aware of it. That's it. That's it. You're aware of liking. You're aware that you want it to happen. Observe it. And then it's happening. You observe how it's happening. Appearance, disappearance. Again, liking. Again, wanting it to happen. Yeah? Probably if this like wanting will persist, yeah, so probably your disappearance start to slow down, and you just like craving arise, like a disappointing. Just be mindful of it.
And then sometimes I would like if something remains, right? Like
Yes.
expecting the disappearing or something very strong emotion just like stays for a lot. I've been doing like I would remind myself to be open so then like something else can come in, like hearing or other things. Is that right or is that distracting?
You see, for example, you have some strong emotion, yeah. How do you understand that there is a strong emotion? Yeah.
That there's a strong dislike or a strong desire to reject.
And there is thoughts.
Yes.
And there is a feelings.
Yes.
Open up to it.
Open up to the feelings or open up to the.
So there is this emotion, and it includes many factors, like a solar system. To see how these factors affect each other, you need to open up a bit. If you just focus on this emotion brings an unpleasant feeling, then unpleasant emotion, unpleasant feeling, and you're stuck. So step a little bit back to see what kind of thoughts support these feelings, what kind of feelings support these thoughts, how it's unite to be an emotion, and how it brings this desire to push it back. See this whole picture in motion.
So I recently started really observing the feeling, which I attached to different thoughts, mainly. And as soon as I see that I want to do that, I label the emotion what it is, and then it disappears. And I have the feeling that it's not right because I want to observe it. How can I observe something what is not there?
It's all right. If you want to observe and it is disappear, it's okay. Because sometimes people want it to disappear and it disappear, and it's not okay. If you see, when you want to learn from it, you can learn from disappearance. You can learn how your awareness of this subject make it disappear, how your attitude make it disappear. You see, freedom inside your mind make yourself free from this object. If you have this clinging attachment to the object, you know, you always will stuck with it. And that's what you learn from it. So perfect example.
And it's okay, and the same with thoughts, right? So sometimes I dive deeper than I want into thoughts, and then I'm just not getting it. You know, I'm sitting there and my brain is like just somewhere else, and then I acknowledge it, and I stop it immediately by calling it thought. So is this how it's supposed to be, or because you also said that you have to let your mind free, you know, and sometimes do what it wants, but in this case, I or the observer ends it by calling it a thought.
Did you have an intention to stop it?
No, I just have an intention to label it.
Okay, cool.
That's good.
Yes, everything is cool. So your intention is just to know, to learn. Yeah, so it's there. How this intention affects the thoughts is already not your problem. Yes.
Okay. I mean, what I want is to like get back to the meditation, right? So that's why I'm labeling it. Like it's supposed, like I thought I understood the principle. So I want to get back to the moment, then I label it.
Yes.
I'm back in the moment.
Yes.
And then the next. Next one is the.
Yeah, because after you label it and disappear and the thought disappears, you can start to doubting, like, is it right technique? Is it like works nicely? And it's already doubt.
Exactly. Yeah.
And this doubt can kind of like suck you in for a while and disturb you from real practice.
Yeah.
So just see, okay, this is doubt. Yeah. You see, this object, they're always there. You know, sometimes people say, okay, I'm just like absorbing, like thoughts disappear, and there is nothing. It's not like that. There is something, you know, going on there. Huh?
So, like after understanding this process, like you said yesterday, my mind becomes very interesting. Interesting place to explore and look for things. And then I find myself couldn't stop at night.
That's good. It means this is the right thing. You see the energy just like a come. Why you need it? If you have an energy, you know, you can just like sleep just several hours a day is enough. If your mindfulness on a high level is just recharge the body and mind, so you just need several hours to sleep.
My eyes hurt.
Close it. Just close it, you know, just lie down, you know, let the body rest. Just lie down and keep on meditating. Don't need to walk, just lie down and meditate. That's it.
Really crazy. Like I slept every night maybe 5 hours and I feel better than ever.
Exactly.
But how will it like if I go back to work? That is kind of impossible if you're working.
Easy, don't work.
You see, like here, you meditate all day long, yeah, and it can recharge your body and mind, yeah. So, for example, when I see my deep sleep, you know, on my watch, when I meditate, it shows me that there is like sometimes it's a deep sleep state. So it means like all the processes of recharging is happening at this moment. Huh? So in your daily activities, you'll be busy and you will spend a lot of energy. It means your practice will just like compensate this spending energy. So you will sleep a normal like 6 hours, let's say, yeah, and it will be enough for you. Every day will be enough. Because normally, if you work, if you have a lot of desires, if you like have an anger, 6 hours not enough. We need at least 8-9 hours to recharge ourselves. But if you're practicing mindfulness, every moment of mindfulness gives you energy. You see, when you're interested in what's going on, you know, it's just like awake by itself. So relax, you know, just like lie down on the bed and just observe what's going on. Keep on practicing. Hmm?
You say that you don't have to walk if you're tired, or what you say about walking?
Yeah, her answer was about like sleeping. Yeah, so it's like a nighttime. Nighttime, so don't need to walk. You know, nighttime you just lie down. Let the body have a rest. Mind will have a rest while it's meditating. And body will have a rest while it's just like lying down and do nothing. Sometimes people stop sleep for several days, you know, and feel good.
I also stop sometimes, but I don't feel
Yes, I know. It's not kind of an insomnia. It's a kind of like this high level of energy.
the thing is, I think once the mind has been awake for more than 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
then you always a really different state of energy.
Yes,
Sometimes
but
it can be like a very high,
Mhm.
really like down, very high.
You know, sometimes in our practice we force this like a 24 hours of meditation. You know, people just meditate it. You know, like a force themselves. But it's a different thing. It's a different thing. When it arises naturally, you know, you feel happy. When you force yourself, you are unhappy. So that's why we need to pay attention to our effort. You know, it shouldn't be effort out of our greed or our anger. It should be this wholesome effort because we want to know who we are. You know, what's going on in this body and mind. So we are interested. And when you see this interest, it means okay, you're on the right way. That's how it works.
It was a very good tip actually what yesterday you gave with observing also the boredom. This really made me go beyond. Like I did a 45-minute meditation, no problem. Before I wasn't even able to do 30.
You catch it, the boredom, because you see minds that absorb boredom, not bored. It's just mind. It's pure. And when this pure mind awake, yeah, it became the cause for the next state of mind. Before, like a boredom, thinking of boredom, unpleasant feeling became the cause for the next setup of this boredom and unpleasant feeling. But this awakened mind became the cause for awakened mind. And that's why it's continuous. Huh? We call it momentum. You know, when this awareness just start to work by itself. You don't need to do, you don't put effort, yeah, into it. It's just happening. So this is a beautiful state. Yeah. Yes. You kind of like need to adjust yourself to this state. Because, you know, because annoyed, it means you expect something else. If you just relax and accept what's now, it's pretty nice.
Do you know what's coming? Like walking meditation is for me is only sometimes I observe it, but it's still there because you exactly know what's going to happen.
All right, so there are 2 points, you know. First, why it's difficult for you to walk?
Yeah, because there's this automatism.
All right, what you want? What you want?
I'm more attached to sitting because then I can observe better.
So you think that every step is the same, yes?
Yes.
You expect every step be the same as the previous one. But actually, you know, every little movement of your legs is absolutely different. We're just not enough interested into observe it. We just make a conclusion that it's the same. There is nothing the same. There is always some change into it. You know, for example, when you lift your leg, No, like I mean, like how many movements in this like lifting? Yes. Okay, let's do an experiment with you. Can you do like this? Yeah. Can you make a fist? Huh? Make a fist. Open it up. Yeah. And then make it slower. Slower. Yes, like this. Do you see this micro movement? How many? How many intentions you set to every finger to move? You think like, okay, this is the same. Yeah, this is the same. No, they're all different.
Maybe this instead of documentation.
But actually you can. But actually you can, yeah. But tomorrow you will say like, you know, like, can you give me something else? So it's the same, you know, when you focus on what people saying, you know, you just fall into the story. You know, this is the purpose of movies, you know, you kind of like suck you in into the story, you know. But when we talk with people, we just deliberately jump into the story. Bring back to your feelings. Whatever someone tells you, it reflects in your feelings. Sometimes be aware of a hearing, just as a process. You know, you kind of like a step back and there is just a hearing. You know, people not always talk about something valuable, yes. Sometimes it's just like some kind of like a trash talk, you know. Okay, practice hearing. Yeah, don't waste your time on just like listening and just hearing. Sometimes be aware of a seeing. Yeah? For sure, if it's like really important things, you need to kind of like a dive into it. Yeah. But anyway, even with important things, you can be aware of what's going on. It depends just on how advanced your mindfulness. But at the beginning, just be aware what's going on with your sensations. Yeah, like kind of like a pleasant, unpleasant. Someone tell you some story and you just like this. Oh, okay, feel it. Someone like tell you some funny story. Oh, so funny, so nice. Yeah. Okay, feel it. Huh? And it's easy to absorb feeling if you place it somewhere. Yeah. So you can place it just right here. Huh? Just absorb what's going on there. So basically that's it. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
When I leave here and I go back to not living in a retreat, and I want to keep practicing, should I do like a unit walking, a unit sitting, or just sitting?
You see, meditation is absorbing mind at the present moment. Yeah. So you have the 6 sense doors: seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, thinking. Yeah? What conditions you need to observe it? Sitting or walking? How are you going to do jogging or cycling?
Yeah, so I see. You can do every. I can try and bring mindfulness to everything. Do you still recommend doing a bit of something we've learned here?
Yes. You can do walking, you can do sitting, you can like combine them together. But you know, in our daily activities, sometimes it's just difficult to put it in. Yeah. So I would prefer be more flexible with your practice. Yeah. So you have 5 minutes, just sit for 5 minutes. You know, you have like a 5 minutes, you want to walk, just like a walk for 5 minutes. Yeah. Sometimes balance it. You know, walking and sitting, see how it works. Yeah? And sometimes you just like do, I don't know, like drinking tea. Yeah, just absorb the movement, just absorb the sensation, just absorb your thoughts. Yeah. So don't stick to some rules, some particular thing. You know, don't try to predict everything, because prediction is like about future. You know, if you think that all your steps will be the same, it's not true. Yeah. So when we kind of like stuck in this delusion, bring yourself to the present moment, whatever now. Yeah. And then this present moment and awareness will give you a clue what you should do. Huh? Because sometimes you're practicing, and your awareness became natural, the level is growing, and you just like feel like, okay, now it's time to see it. And you see it and you don't set up even a timer, you just see it. And you see it and see it and see it, and then you open your eyes and think like, is it evening or morning? Sincerely don't know. And you don't care. it doesn't mean, like sometimes it's a feeling, it was 10 minutes or it was 10 hours, it doesn't matter. You just keep on doing. Huh? So that should be beautiful like that.
You said it would be easier to be mindful of your own feelings if you feel something here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by facing your feelings?
And for instance, someone tell you something that you don't like, yeah, it's unpleasant. How do you understand that it's unpleasant?
I don't understand it.
Yes.
I do not.
Yeah, so that's why, try to find unpleasantness here in the center of your chest.
Yeah.
Because like, you can like check yourself, like some kind of reality check, how you satisfied with the present moment. Just look at the center of your chest, is it comfortable or uncomfortable? What would you say?
But I'm feeling like unpleasant feelings.
Unpleasant.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is uncomfortable feelings. Okay, cool. You found it. Yeah. So now you know how to find it, and now you know the location. So now when you, for example, observe your thoughts, yeah, you can know where to put attention to observe feelings. So now you can observe feelings and you can observe thoughts, and you can see how they interact, how they affect each other. Mm-hmm.
The center of the chest.
And the easiest way, yeah. It's just a reference point, Actually, you can put it somewhere here, but this normally it's more, how to say, natural for people. It's like, like we have a natural tendencies to put some sensation, some emotion to some places, yeah. So, for example, where do you think? In which place do you think? Yeah. Show me. Where do you think? Yes. Yeah. Where do you think? Okay. And you? Where are you from?
I'm Chinese.
But you live abroad, yeah?
I was living in the UK.
Oh, okay. So that's why you think here. Normally, Asians think here. You just ask, the crowd of Asians, where do you think? Everyone show here. So it's just a reference point. Yeah. So the same with feelings, we find the reference point.
Should I shift it to
No need to. Oh,
people Asian?
to be more Chinese, yes. You forgot English, no need to. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Because it appears, in kind of like a body-mind connection. Yeah. So where is body-mind connection? But if you just like looking, it's everywhere. Sometimes it's like too much time, too much effort. Just look at here. Okay, comfortable or not? That's it. Yes. Like a direct way, highway. Yeah. Yeah. You was going to ask something, no? You made a sound? Hmm? Want to ask something? Just want to make a sound. Mm-hmm.
thinking now, I can just sit and draw. But I sit and draw with the other mom, and I realized that when I sit and draw, I just naturally feel like I'm just naturally in a way. Now I feel like I'm walking and I'm constantly walking. But it helps because I realize that thinking a lot, but drawing is just like a natural way of being.
You see, you can be mindful while you're drawing. It's not a problem. But the problem is your preferences. You see? Yes, boredom. But here, this is like a pleasant feeling. This is happiness. I want to do this one. This is the problem. This is what need to rewire. Because if you have this unpleasant reaction to walking, yeah, and trying to get rid of it, this is your habit that you will use in your daily life. So because here you have a chance to rewire your brain to react differently on whatever going on. So if you just move to something more pleasant for you, yeah, how it's change your software, yeah, your reaction to the world. So drawing is not a problem, but our attitude towards it. Catch it. Have you ever observed your boredom? Mm-hmm.
I tried now because I was like, okay, I feel this annoyance, so that means I'm not like really happy with where I am. Or, really present. But then she's like, okay, so like now I know.
See, there is a boredom. Yeah, there is a boredom. There is not satisfaction. There is unpleasant feeling. You see, boredom and unpleasant feelings. Is it the same or different? But it's different. Feeling is a feeling. Boredom is a boredom. Boredom is a state of mind. Feeling is a reaction on this state of mind.
Aren't they both like looking for something else? Because they're both something that I feel like looking for something else.
Yes. But you need to see feelings, unpleasant feelings. You see boredom. And then you see your rejection of it. So it's already at least 3 elements. Yeah. But when we are just like not satisfied and we just like, okay, I just want to be happy. Okay, just drawing. Yeah. So all your attention moved to this action, and you kind of forgot about what really happening. Yeah? So bring yourself back. You see, if you really start to observe it, it became interesting. If you really see, how these elements create this state of mind, the interest appears, and interest became the main state of mind. You became interesting in the boredom. It's like, oh, really, boredom? Wow, nice to meet you. Yeah? And it's normally disappear. Mm-hmm. You had a question.
Yeah. Up there, you've written thoughts, sensations, nature. And yesterday I was bringing mindfulness to the attitude.
All right.
It's very interesting. Is the attitude nature too?
Yes. Exactly. Everything that you observe is in nature. Yeah. But nature could be different. Yes. For example, there is a wholesome nature and unwholesome nature. Nature that brings you suffering and nature that makes you happy. So if it's both nature, why we choose nature that brings us suffering? Why not to work with nature that brings us happiness?
So the attitude, the first time it happened, I can't remember what it was, pain. I think it was pain.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of pain back
Mm-hmm.
then. And the first time I realized I was the attitude. I was like, oh, I'm not. I want it to go away.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to. It felt almost like I spun around and tried to look at it at
Mm-hmm.
the attitude. There was nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And for a couple of moments, it was like black. It was like I was looking at myself. It was just weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I kept doing that because that was interesting. And after, when I kept trying to spin around and look at the attitude, other things I'd be hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'd be breathing. But that attitude is also nature.
Exactly.
You just let it.
Yes, but you see, when mind absorbs this nature, it stops choosing this nature as a default mode.
That might take a while.
It learns by itself.
Yeah.
You can do anything with that. But you see, for example, everyone has an experience with touching fire. Yeah. How many times you need to touch fire to understand that it's painful? After first time, you will never repeat it again. Yeah. That's it. You see, our brain make a connection between fire and pain, clear. Why we don't want to do it? Because it's painful. But why we keep on running the thoughts that makes us suffer? Why we still clinging to things, that brings us unsatisfaction of the present moment? Because we don't see the link. The brain doesn't see the link between this cause of this anger or desire and the suffering that comes.
So is the brain learning that, or what's learning that?
Let's say brain, yeah. Yes.
And then you said wholesome and unwholesome.
Mm-hmm.
So is it that the definition is just that unwholesome leads to suffering, doesn't? Is that what you mean? What it means?
Wholesome brings you to developing states of mind that eradicate suffering and brings more satisfaction and happiness. That's what means wholesome.
Is that mindfulness?
Mindfulness is a part of the wholesome mind. So first things that we need to develop is a faith or trust in ourselves. Yeah. Because like you need to trust that you can do this practice. You are able. You need to trust into the practice. Believe that it will work. If you don't have a trust into the practice, you will always doubting, and doubt will not allow you to see through the doubt what's going on. So the trust is the first thing. Then the effort, like you try to get something out of craving, out of anger, out of delusion, yeah? Or it's your pure interest in like what's going on in this body and mind. Yeah? So these two qualities, they bring another quality, is mindfulness. Mindfulness of the present moment, what's going on, like this changing phenomena. And if you are mindful of body and mind, of feelings, it naturally brings you this stability of mind. Yeah, samadhi. Mind stable and it's not jumping, it's kind of like a relax. It can, imagine there is this door, yeah, and something happening outside, yeah. So you're not jumping from one object to another. You just watch through the door,
yeah,
and relaxed, yeah. So this kind of a stability of mind. Yeah. I guess Ajahn Chah explained the state of mind as a still flowing mind, because it's still and it's flowing.
Yeah. So I have to do these things keep coming in.
Yes. So, and if you have this mindfulness and this stability of mind, wisdom will arise. And wisdom will rearrange your reaction, rearrange your attitude. And you come back to the, again, faith, again, effort, and all these qualities. So, and this reinforces itself.
When I started looking at the attitude stuff yesterday, I was struck by how much there was. Like, a lot of the time, I either wanted things to be different or I liked something.
Mm-hmm.
I felt a bit sad about that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I have formed an idea that if the craving stopped, I would be more peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
So I just saw that as well. But yeah.
Better to say, if awareness of craving arise, you'll be free. Not stop craving. Bring awareness of craving. That's enough. Huh? Awareness is an interesting thing, you know. You don't need to do anything. You just kind of like collect the data, you know, from the world. You just absorb, and this data collected. And then when enough data, the mind kind of like making conclusion, you know, out of this data, and wisdom arises. Yeah? And then, you know, at the beginning, you make effort to create more awareness, you know, awareness. Yeah, but there is no wisdom yet.
Yeah, it's stressful.
Yes, exactly.
It's very stressful.
And then wisdom arises. Wisdom arises. You kind of understand, for example, whatever you observe is just a nature. You don't need to repeat it to yourself all the time. You just, yes, I understand it. Yeah, and just this simple fact make your mind stable and peaceful. Without any focusing, you just already like, oh, it's just a nature.
So the learning starts to kick in.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like when already experience reinforce our learning process. Yeah? Not just a theory. Now there's a real experience. Okay, let's see how it works in a real condition. Yeah, good one.
I find myself when I'm doing walking and meditation, there's thoughts where I think it's important,
Yes.
but not so much like attachment.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like I need to buy my mom a birthday gift or like
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Is there a folder or like a label that you can put on?
Mm-hmm.
Then like I don't have to think about it, but then it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Siri, order a gift for my mother. Done.
Then I have to stop meditating and do that.
No. So when you do sitting meditation, you mean? Yeah, and this thought appears. No, it's just thoughts, you know. When you do sitting meditation, okay, every thought is just thoughts, you know. Don't. Yes. Nothing is important. But when if it's important, you know, you will remember it after you stop meditating. Yeah. Or at least your mother will remind you about it.
Something will happen. How do you approach time? I guess you don't find a time where you meditate.
Yes. So there is a time for meditation. There is time for planning. You actually, you know, if you're mindful of these thoughts, and you understand that this is kind of important for you, yeah, it's go to your how to say this, like a short memory, and it will wake up after you finish meditation. So you don't need to like kind of like a hold on it. You're just like yes, and it will kick in. Maybe on the day of your mother's birthday. Things happens, you know.
Like according to this, I sounds weird maybe, but since I'm here, like since 12 days or something, I have a feeling that I'm getting kind of more, actually more stupid or dreamy. Like I'm increasing my mistakes in writing
All right.
all the time,
Uh-huh.
and I'm forgetting. I'm losing my feeling of time.
Yes.
I was thinking I'm here since I don't know how much days, and I'm going there, and then on Tuesday, and then I have these days, and still this day, but it's not true, and it's like, if you don't, is that normal?
It's normal when your effort is like too strong. Your effort is too strong, and you go into concentration on some particular details, you know, and this concentration suck all your attention there, and then you forgot about everything else. Yeah. No, I remember, you know, when I was when I before I became a monk, you know, I was like meditating, you know, like pretty intensively, and on my retreats, you know, sometimes I get out of my room, and sometimes, you know, I just in case recheck, did I wear my pants or not? Just in case, you know, time to time, you know, okay, it's there. Everything is okay. Because really, you know, like when you kind of like into it, sometimes you just like everything is the world doesn't exist for you. You know, you're all into the practice. Then when you start to interact with people, you know, when you start to do some tasks, you kind of like start to balancing yourself with the world. Now it's more like going inside, yeah, and all that stuff. Let's say like time, you know, time is just a concept, it's just illusion, yeah. Well, time became solid when you start to work, when you have a schedule, when you need to wake up at this time, when you have a task on this time. Yes, time became a solid. But when you meditate, you know, it's just a concept, not important thing. So that's fine. And as well, you know, like you know, sometimes when we sit, yeah, doing meditation, and our body became bigger. Yeah, our head became like a bigger or like a smaller. Who had this experience? Oh, yes, yes, yes. So why? Because our mind has a concept of body shape. It's constantly rebuild this concept inside itself and support it. So you close your eyes, yeah, and you know what posture you are sitting right now. You can like see where is your knee, you know, when you're some parts of the body, you know everything, but actually it's just a picture in the brain. Yeah? But when you meditating, you know, this concept is just illusion, is just illusion. This picture start to kind of like a dissolute, and then only sensation remains. Sensations that are not bind to this picture. And it became very strange place to be. Yeah. So you can become bigger, you can become smaller, you know. It's all right. Or body can just completely disappear because mind stopped to create this simulation of the body. Yeah, body is here, yes, but the simulation is gone. So that's why you oh, where is my body? Oh, it's here. Some people like really scared, you know, the body can completely disappeared, you know, they're just like eyes are closed and okay, where is my body? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like, open. Ah, it's still here. Okay, nice, nice. But actually, if it happens to you and you kind of know about it, you can just absorb it. Yeah, like nothing special. No aliens, you know, will steal your body. We have our temple insurance, you know. No one steal your body while you're meditating.
I'm confused because what you're talking about now, I feel like it's the opposite of what I'm trying to do. Be like in my body and placing pendulum here and aware of my surroundings, people walking by. And then now I'm starting to think, okay, I'm thinking, so thinking, feel your body again.
Okay, so you still feel that this body belongs to you, yes? Like a my body, yeah? Like a completely.
Like I feel I'm in it, yeah.
I am in it, yeah? Where are you in it? Can you kind of like a pinpoint, the place? Where is the location of yourself in the body?
Like all the senses.
All the senses. So senses is you. Senses is you. Senses in your butt is you. In your palms, in your face. So you have like a two palms, yeah, right and left. Where are you? Right and left. But you're observing it, no? Oh, I'm lost a little bit, yeah. All the senses, all the things is just a nature. It just appears and disappears by itself. You're not somewhere. You're not somewhere. It's just our delusion tell us, this kind of, okay, this is me. This is sensation is me. Can you stop this sensation? If it's you? No. For sure no, because it's not yours. Huh? It just works by itself. It's the same as seeing, yeah? We have this like a kind of a delusion, like I am seeing, yeah? Okay, stop to do it. Shut down the process if it's you. But then you can discover that the seeing process is just happening. It's just happening. Do you want it? You don't want it? Doesn't matter. It's just happening. In my childhood, I was playing, to put my attention in one palm and then to another palm. And, when you focus on one palm, you start to feel that you are there at some point. Because, like all sensation of body disappear and only sensation is here. And it's kind of, okay, this is me. And then at this moment, I move my attention to left palm and see how I appears in the other hand. And then I move attention to the face. Oh, yeah, I'm here. And then attention to the stomach. Oh, now I'm here. Yeah. And then you realize how this self is just, this flowing phenomena that just try to have only two functions. Be an owner of experience, yeah, and have this illusion that it experience it actually, yeah, an owner of experience and experiencer, the kind of like as a point through which you are seeing, yeah? The kind of a center. If you observe, how it works, you understand like none of these functions belong to the self. They're just a nature, that's arising and passing. Too much, yeah. It's not an easy thing to understand. And it's not the thing that need to be understood by logic. It doesn't work like that. It's the thing that you can understand only through your experience. If you start to think about it, oh, like a self is good, like a non-self is bad, or non-self is good, like a self is bad, it's just concepts. Just another concept, like creating the layers of ideas, useless things. Just observe, observe the sensation, observe the thoughts, and you will understand that they work on their own nature without you doing anything. The same like thoughts, for example. Do you choose your thoughts? If I show you a picture of, I don't know, blue elephant, thoughts appears about blue elephant, yeah? You didn't choose it. Huh? But the greater delusion is about speaking. Okay, thought is not mine. Easy, yeah? but speak, it's me who is speaking. Yeah, yeah? Everyone has this feeling. Yeah, but when you speak, do you know the end of your sentence that you're going to say? So the words appears out of the context. I look at you, I look at your reaction, you say, yes, you go, okay, I continue, You have a doubt, and go, okay, there is some doubt, and my speech, my sentence changing by itself. I don't plan to change it. Even not right now, when I'm speaking, I don't know how the sentence will be end. Huh? I even don't know the next word, it just appears at the moment. I'm speaking. Funny. You had some question.
Yeah, like problem that I have today, especially like I know like sometimes I get like really excited about stuff. Like really, I have like in general at the moment, like most strong emotions that I deal with is like things I'm excited for to doing or like doing in the future, and this like especially like today like really stick with me, and like even during like walking meditation, like sitting meditation, everything was just like this constant like thing in my head, and then like I was keep getting like sucked back into it, and just like thinking more and more about it, like about like other stuff that like kind of adds into it. So I just had like I was like labeling it and everything, but it's just like hard to get anywhere with it because it's like so like high energy, like
What's better, to have thoughts or silence? Huh? If you try to get silence and get rid of thoughts, this is already attitude. You're already fighting. You see, thoughts is just thoughts. You just need to absorb how it appears, what kind of feelings towards the thoughts, yeah, your attitude towards the thoughts. That's enough. That's enough. But when we try to change the nature, that became a problem. That create tension because you're fighting with nature.
This is also disabsorbing when I'm like kind of. There's a lot of times that I just have like this little movie running in my head and like part of it. And like, sometimes forget to just like absorb. Observe. Observe. So is it also just like observing, or then do I have to like take a step back and try to like?
Sometimes you need to understand like why you meditate. Yeah, do you have an answer?
I think generally I do. I think today like in the study session, like needing to meditate, or like I'm here like I want to like meditate. Then I was like more interested in doing other stuff.
But particular meditation, like why to do it? Yeah? You see, if you diverse your attention to do other stuff, for sure thoughts appears, and for sure you will be not mindful of it because you're not interested in these thoughts. You're interested in doing these things that like running in your head. So that's why you need to recheck your attitude, your motivation, to meditate. If there is no motivation to meditate, so why to waste your time? Huh? Come back to the question, like what you really want. I mean, like out of your life. Probably you don't want to be unhappy and suffer, isn't it? Yeah. And you want to be happy. That's why you run to the things that seems interesting for you. But sometimes we are just not aware that running to these things never satisfies us. It satisfies us, like a food. Like so hungry, like you get this food, you eat it, and that is, you forgot about it. And then after several hours, you're hungry again. Yeah. So the same with our desires. If you try to satisfy your sensory desires, seeing, hearing, smelling, it's endless. It's endless. It's not like a building up effect, that as more you get this kind of a things, as more satisfied you are with that. No. So that's why meditation is kind of the way how to be satisfied with the present moment, whatever you do. Yeah? So if you are really satisfied with the moment, if you're really happy, what would you do in your life?
Keep meditating. Be happy.
Probably. But one thing is definitely that you will do what you want to do. Without, attachment to any ideas, whoever told you what to do, whatever right. Yeah. You will just do what it seems for you the best to do. That's how you align with your intrinsic nature. You discover yourself through the meditation, and through this intrinsic nature, you interact with the world. You see, we think that, you see, self, yeah, this like a feeling of self, and personality is not the same. Each of us has a different bodies, unique bodies, and unique personalities. It depends on our background, depends on our knowledge, and all these things. Yeah, but the self is kind of like a clinging to it as mine, clinging to something that came from our culture, from our family, from our friends, from politics, from religion, from whatever, It makes the self. But the personality is something unique about you. If you're a bird, you are flying, If you're a fish, you are swimming, You cannot just throw away these things. And this uniqueness appears as less you have self, as more this intrinsic personality appears. There's more beauty in it. You see, the mind by itself is like a water, H2O. This water formula works in every planet. You jump from one side of a galaxy to another, and will be the same water, H2O. The angle how these molecules connect to each other will be totally the same. The same about our mind. The essence of our mind is the same. But then we put something there, it became a tea. Put something else, it became a coffee. And this is these personalities, You are a coffee, you are a tea, with the same essence. So you need to find the essence, and you need to find the personality. And then your life will get the harmony with whatever you do. So that's why we meditate. Yes. This is a nature as well, like everyone has a different degree of this nature, and different shapes of this nature, different color of this nature. Yeah. That's what we discover while we meditating. Some people, for example, they like to teach. Some people doesn't like to teach. Like for example, we have like two types of Buddhas. Yeah, one type of Buddhas, they just they achieve enlightenment, perfectly enlightened, but they don't teach. Yeah, because they don't have this intrinsic nature of teaching. And another Buddhas, after they achieve, like our Buddha in our era, yeah, he has this uniqueness of teaching. So he was a teacher. So it's not like every enlightened person is like a manufacturer, the same shape, the same form, the same behavior, like a zombie. Not at all. Not at all. It's like intrinsic nature.